Hi everyone, this is Jackie Jones, founder and CEO of Way We Do. Today I would like to take you through a contract review process using Way We Do's activated checklist. So some of our customers have asked how they can manage the contracts that they have in place with their clients or even with suppliers where maybe they are leasing office space or equipment such as photocopiers and computers. So essentially, you can set up a process using the Way We Do's activated checklist. And if I click on this example here, then we have a list of questions and steps that a manager or another person on the team need to review when they are reviewing that particular contract and sending it to the client or the supplier before they actually sign it. So just to give you an example of a process, and by the way, I have actually taken this information from an organization called Zurich, which is an insurance company. So with you may have some general processes or steps that the manager needs to take, such as just ensuring that the names on the contract are the legal or the correct legal names, and that it has the right type of schedules in it. Also just ensuring that the addresses are correct, you have the right company numbers, and that they have been verified against company registers within your particular country. You may also have other stakeholder involvement. So are you including the marketing team, the risk management team, legal, HR, for example, and finance? And you'll see here that I have assigned a role to each of these steps, which is finance, legal, HR. And it means that people in these roles will need to tick these items off as complete. So the manager may not be assigned to these particular roles. So any step where the manager is assigned, they will complete their steps, and then other people in that process will complete their steps as well. Other steps of the process may be including that certain clauses are being added to that contract. So just ensuring that the start and completion dates are correct and they're very clear and easy to understand. That the legal jurisdiction is acceptable. So if you're purchasing services or equipment from another country, are you happy to abide or comply with those legal requirements or that jurisdiction should something go wrong? You just need to ensure that any intellectual property is being protected and it's not being transferred by the contract. You'll need to ensure that any taxes are being taken care of. And some other items here could be do you need to confirm that there's any conflict of interest? So a range of these questions will be particular to your organization and the policies that you have in place when you do business with customers and even the suppliers that you work with. Other items that are included in this particular process include expiry termination clauses, as well as any insurances that are required, and how the contract will be executed within the organisation and how it's going to be managed on an ongoing basis. And of course, are the obligations of the contract, do they comply with internal policies? So with this particular step, this process, we have added a decision point to each of these items. And we've also added an additional instruction, which is enter in any additional notes into the comment field below. So when you run an activated checklist master, the checklist is activated or the process is activated, and then a comment field will appear. So it could be that there are some additional notes that person needs to add, as well as answering the question by using the decision point, which is either yes, no, or not applicable. With these steps, in this particular one, I don't have any corresponding steps that will display. However, you can do that within Way We Do. So if the item does not comply or does not agree with that particular question, there could be an additional step that is displayed. So you are able to assign next steps to these particular questions or answers or these conditions. The other thing I would like to show you is that obviously when you have contracts in place with your suppliers and even your customers, that they need to be reviewed by certain dates. And so what we recommend is that for each of those contracts that you add a schedule to it, simply by clicking on the little alarm clock here on the right-hand side of the activated checklist. And the first tab that is displayed is schedules. So you simply click Add New, and you simply add the name of the client or the supplier that you're working with. You can also add a date token, which could be the full date or just the month and year only. From there, you can assign the responsibilities. So you can assign it to a person or to a particular role. And then you can also give it a frequency. So if this contract is to be reviewed on an annual basis, then you can simply set the frequency to yearly. You can have it repeat every 1 or 2 years, and the date in which you want that contract review to start. So you simply select the date, so I'll just say the 19th of April, and then you've got a time in which the checklist instance will run or be activated and then be sent to the right person on the team for them to start working on, which is specified in the assigning of those responsibilities. And of course, they'll be set in your own time zone or another time zone should that person be in another part of the country or another country altogether. And then you can set a start date, and so that's when the activated or when the schedule will be activated or active from, and it means that if this is to be repeated every week or every month, for example, then it's going to start from that particular date. And so just to show you a couple that I've created earlier, so we've got 2 mock clients. So one is ABC client and XYZ client, and then we have the full date of when that checklist instance is run. There's one responsibility added to each of those, and then we have the date of when it's going to run and the time zone here. And so this will ensure that no one will forget that particular contracts need to be reviewed by those certain dates. So when you do sign a contract, it's a good idea to add them to the contract review process schedule so that the right people on the team are reminded to follow and start reviewing that particular contract. Okay, so that's just a quick overview of how you can use WayWeDo's activated checklist for contract review processes. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to our team at support@waywedo.com. You can also view our support site, which is support.waywedo.com. Good luck with your contract review processes, and we look forward to speaking with you soon, and have a fabulous day. Bye.